A question in the Star Wars Chat Facebook group came up about LGBTQI activity in Star Wars, and Tim Duncan asked if the Star Wars universe needs to have same-sex romances. So what do you all think? Should Star Wars have same-sex romances? What's up, Urban Acolyte Army? My name is Prince, and I'm an Urban Acolyte. So you guys know, I don't tolerate this whole anti-SJW, anti-LGBT attitude from some Star Wars fans. So if that's you, I'm just going to say that you're on the wrong side of history, and you should seriously remove your head from your ass. If you have a problem with same-sex relationships in Star Wars, look, just stop watching, because they're here. They're here to stay, so you know, suck it up, Buttercup. Accept the fact that art imitates life. What have I been saying? Star Wars representation matters. As a person of color, I want to see strong black and brown characters. Someone who identifies as queer, they want to see strong queer characters. If you hate Dr. Aphra because she's Asian and very, very gay, that sounds like a personal problem, because there's a pretty popular Star Wars blogger who also happens to be Asian and queer, and she loves the fact that there is someone in Star Wars who is Asian like her and gay like her. Look, gay characters in Star Wars is not a new thing. In the Aftermath trilogy, we got introduced to Rath Singer Velis, and he became a fan favorite in that series. Velis was an Imperial loyalty officer who was boots on the ground on the forest moon of Endor during the events in Return of the Jedi. By the end of the Aftermath series, he became an advisor to Mon Mothma. So this dude was instrumental in establishing the New Republic, which was eventually destroyed by the First Order in The Force Awakens. Another new character introduced in this expanded canon is Sana Starros, who at one point we thought was the wife of Han Solo. Well, it turns out that Sana is probably bisexual because she had a thing with Aphra way back in the day. There was also the Imperial Governor of Ryloth introduced in the Lords of the Sith novel. Now, I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but she was in a same-sex marriage. Was there a don't ask, don't tell policy in the Empire? I don't think so, because Emperor Palpatine offered his condolences to the governor after the passing of her wife. Also, now here's the coup de grace to the, well, Star Wars wasn't gay in 1977 crowd. Hey, old crusty dudes who can't accept that Star Wars from your childhood is dead and buried, get a shovel for that mofo. Did you know that Grand Moff Tarkin is gay? I'm not sure why no one was talking about this in the fall when the book From a Certain Point of View came out. But there's a short story in that book that tells the events on the Death Star from the point of view of a little tiny mouse droid that belonged to a gay stormtrooper. As it turns out, when Tarkin saw a holo recording of that stormtrooper, he was taken with him, and he said that the man was beautiful. Tarkin arranged for a meeting with that stormtrooper, and the details weren't recorded by the mouse droid for security reasons. But what we do know is that this stormtrooper was promised a promotion to be one of Tarkin's personal guards when Tarkin returned to Coruscant. The stormtrooper was immediately promoted from a Lambda class clearance all the way up to a Bravo class clearance. He was also told that he would be spending a considerable amount of time at Tarkin's penthouse on Coruscant after the Rebel Alliance was defeated on Yavin 4. Well, unfortunately, none of this ever came to pass. That stormtrooper was given cushy orders to stand guard over a Corellian freighter that the Death Star managed to capture with its tractor beam. 2 passengers aboard that mysterious freighter, they managed to sneak aboard the Death Star to free Princess Leia. They acquired stormtrooper uniforms, and the bodies of the 2 stormtroopers, the original stormtroopers, were eventually found dead, locked in a storage compartment. So basically, Han and Luke killed Tarkin's lover, and Luke Skywalker was wearing the guy's armor. And as for Tarkin, well, we know how things turned out for him. He was standing watch on the bridge of the Death Star during the Rebel assault. And well, yeah, he died when the Death Star exploded. So what have we learned? Well, when you're watching A New Hope, somewhere during those scenes when you don't see Tarkin, he's off getting it in with a subordinate. He was getting some head, getting some head. So will that change the way you look at Tarkin moving forward? Also, what are your thoughts on this question regarding same-sex romances in Star Wars? Is that something we'll ever see in a movie or in the live-action shows that are around the corner? Let me know your thoughts below, and I'll be checking back to see what you all have to say. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click on the subscribe button and take your first steps towards joining the Urban Acolyte Army. Embark on the journey of becoming the hero of your own story and become a force for change in your community. Support the channel. Continue to support the channel. You can do that by supporting us over on Patreon and by checking out more of these awesome videos. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the force of others be with you always.